Hi, hello, and welcome to Mathway. Some of the learners are commented to explain some questions. So in this video, I am going to give the answers for the questions. So one of the question is, if alpha equals to 9 and beta equals to -1, then find the quadratic polynomial. You know, in the playlist, you can see some videos regarding the polynomial chapter. In the further days, I am going to make a video on this topic, finding the quadratic polynomial. So let us see how to find the quadratic polynomial when the zeros are given. So here alpha and beta are the zeros of the polynomial. So we have to find the quadratic polynomial. So first take the sum of the zeros. Sum of the zeros, that is alpha plus beta. So here alpha is 9. So 9 plus of -1. So minus into plus is minus. So it is 9 minus 1. 9 minus 1 is 8. So sum of the zeros we got 8. The next take product of the zeros. It is alpha into beta. So alpha is 9 into and beta is -1. So 9 ones are 9 and minus there. So plus into minus minus. So product of the zeros is -9 and the sum of the zeros is 8. So form to find the quadratic polynomial. To find the quadratic polynomial, so we can use this quadratic polynomial. Is k of x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. So it is the form to find a quadratic polynomial, that is k of x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. Here alpha plus beta are the sum of the zeros and alpha beta are the product of the zeros. So here k is the constant. So after simplification, we can take k value any constant. So let's substitute this sum of the zeros and product of the zeros in this. So here k of x square minus alpha plus beta, we got 8. So 8x plus alpha into beta, here alpha into beta we got -9 plus -9. So it is k of x square minus 8x plus into minus 9. So simply here take k value as 1. Then we get 1 of x square minus 8x minus 9. So 1 into something is something. So by multiplying these polynomial with 1, we get the same polynomial. So here we get x square minus 8x minus 9. So this is the quadratic polynomial which is formed by the zeros of 9 and -1. So remember one point, to find the quadratic polynomial, we have to use this k of x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta. So let's see the second commented question. Exercise 3.4, first question, second one. If p of x equals to x power 4 minus 3x square plus 4x plus 5 and g of x equals to x square plus 5 minus 6. So here we have to divide the p of x by g of x, division of polynomials. So let's see how to divide these polynomials. So first take p of x, it is the dividend. So let us write the p of x in the dividend place, x power 4. So if you observe here x, so the order of the, if you observe here it is x power 4, x power 2, x cube term is missing. So we can take 0 into x cube minus 3x square plus 4x plus 5. Next the divisor is g of x square. So better to take in the order wise x square minus x square minus x plus 1. So now here we have to divide this polynomial with the divisor. So first take the first term here, x power 4. So here first term is x square. So let us divide the two terms, x power 4 by x square. So by cancel is x square is left. So multiply this polynomial with x square. x square into x square, x power 4, again x into x square, x cube, minus is there, so minus x cube, then 1 into x square plus x square. So now subtract these terms, minus plus minus. So whenever we are subtracting, the signs of the second polynomial will be changed, become as minus, minus x cube will become as plus, and plus x square will become as minus. So here x power 4 minus x power 4 will get cancelled. Then here 0 means here nothing is there, so only x cube is left here, x cube. So minus 3x square minus x square, it means minus 3 minus 1, that is minus 4. So here minus 4 x square, now bring down 4x here, plus 4x. Now take a first term, that is x cube x square. So I divide this x cube and x square, so 1x will be left. So x, multiply this term with x, plus x square into x cube, and minus x into plus x, minus into plus, minus x into x square, then 1 into x plus x. Subtract these terms now. So plus become minus, and this minus term is plus, plus term is minus. X cube minus x cube directly will get cancelled. Then here minus 4 x square plus x square, it means minus 4 plus 1. Minus 4 plus 1 is minus 3. So here minus 3 x square, here plus 4x minus x, it means 4 minus 1, 4 minus 1 is 3. So directly it is plus 3x. Now bring down the constant term, plus 5. So again now divide the first term with x square. So minus 3x square by x square. X square will get cancelled. Then minus 3 is left. So multiply this term with minus 3. Take here minus 3. So x square into minus 3. Minus 3x square. Then minus x into minus 3. Minus into minus plus x into 3, 3x. And 1 into minus 3, that is minus 3. So now let's subtract this. So the sign will be changed. It is plus, minus, plus. So minus 3x square plus 3x square will get cancelled. 3x minus 3x also gets cancelled. 5 plus 3. 5 plus 3 is 8. So here the quotient we got g of x equals to x square plus x minus 3, and the remainder r of x we got, that is 8. So in this way we can divide. So first step we have to remember how to take the first term, which is to multiply. So in this way we can take that. So the third commented question is that is 8th class exercise 4.1 6th question. Find the n value in each of the following. So first one is 2 by 3 whole cube into 2 by 3 whole power 5 equals to 2 by 3 whole power n minus 2. So to solve this we have to perfect in the laws of exponents. So if you observe here in these two terms bases are same. So if the bases are same, then exponents are added. If the bases are same and they are in multiplication, then directly exponents will be added using this law. If a power m into a power n, then a power m plus n. So here a is the base is 2 by 3 and m is the exponent of first term, m is 3 and n is the exponent of second term, that is 5. So now substitute these values in this formula. Then a power n plus n. So only the LHS term is going to change. A power m plus n. A is 2 by 3 whole power m plus n. M is 3. So 3 plus 5. So these two terms become as only one single term equals to RHS same as it is 2 by 3 whole power n minus 2. So here 3 plus 5 is 8. So 2 by 3 whole power 8 equals to 2 by 3 whole power n minus 2. If you observe here, bases are same. So here it is some term, it is also some term. It's saying that they are equal. And here bases are same. The exponents also should be equal. So bases are same. Bases are same, or we can say bases are equal. So exponents also equal. So now equal the exponents here. First exponent is the exponent of LHS term is 8 equals to, here exponent is n minus 2. Now transpose minus 2 to the RHS side, then it becomes as 8 plus 2 equals to n. 8 plus 2 is 10, so n value is 10. So this is the main important law to solve any problem. So petrol is the fuel to ride a bike, and the same way formulas are the fuel to solve the math problems. Second question in that bit is minus 3 whole power n plus 1 into minus 3 whole power 5 equals to minus 3 whole power minus 4. So here also bases are same. So by using the same formula, here we can write it as minus 3 whole power, exponents are added, n plus 1 plus 5 is equals to minus 3 whole power minus 4. 1 plus 5 is 6. So minus 3 whole power n plus 6 is equals to minus 3 whole power minus 4. So same logic here, whatever we followed. Bases are equal. Here also bases are equal. Then exponents also automatically become equal. So make the exponents as equal. N plus 6 equals to minus 4. The next transpose 6 to the RHS side. Then n equals to minus 4 plus 6. If you transpose, become as minus 6. Then n equals to minus into minus plus. 4 plus 6 is 10. And the bigger number 6 as minus. So n value is minus 10. Third problem in the sixth bit, that is 7 power 2n plus 1 divided by 49 equals to 7 cube. So when we comparing this problem to the previous one, so there is multiplication sign, but here it is division. And also the bases are same in the previous problem, but here the bases here it is 49. When comparing to, it is different is there. So but 49 we can write as 7 square. So let's write 49. So let's write 49 as 7 square equals to 7 cube. So now transpose 7 square to the RHS side. So here now we are transposing the division term. So whenever we are transposing division term, it becomes as multiplication. So LHS side is 7 2n plus 1 is left into 7 square. So here the formula which we used in the previous problem, that is a power m into a power n equals to a power m plus n. So when bases are same, exponents are added. So here bases are same and with multiplication. So we have to add the exponents. There is no change in the LHS side. 7 power 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. So here bases are same. So exponents are also same. Exponents are also equal. Now equal the exponents. Then 2n plus 1 is equals to 5. Transpose minus 1. Then that is become as 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1 is 4. So 2n equals to 4. Again transpose 2 to the RHS side. Then n equals to 4 by 2. 2 1s are 2 2s are. So n value is 2. So in this way, by using the law of exponent, so we can solve it. Fourth question, that is class 10 exercise 1.1 fifth question. show that one and only one out of n plus 2 or n plus 4 is divisible by 3 when n is any positive integer. Here we have to prove that among this n plus 2, n plus 4 is any one of the only one is divisible by 3 when n is any positive integer. Let us see by what value which number is going to divisible by 3. So to solve this we have to use the Euclid division lemma. The Euclid division lemma is a equals to bq plus r. So here a is the dividend. The dividend is we can take as n. So by Euclid division lemma, that is we can write n equals to bq plus r where 0 less than r equals to r less than b. So here b is 3 because we are checking whether the number is divisible by 3 or not. So we can write n equals to 3q plus r. So here the remainder values are 0 less than r equals to r less than 3. So the remainder values are either 0, 1 or 2. So we can understand here the remainder is lies in between greater than or equals to 0 and less than 3. So by taking remainder value 0, 1, 2 in this, so we can prove which of these number is divisible by 3. First, now substitute remainder values here. Then we get first to take remainder as 0. Then when the remainder is 0, substitute here, we get n equals to 3q plus 0. It means n equals to 3q. So n is a multiple of 3. So n is divisible by 3. So next add 2 on the both sides. Then we get n plus 2 equals to 3q plus 2. So here remainder is 2. That is why it is not divisible by 3. Not divisible. Then add 4 on the both sides. Then we get n plus 4 equals to 3q plus 4. So 3q plus 4 can be written as 3q plus 3 plus 1. So 3 is also multiple of 3. So this term is divisible multiple of 3 and the remainder is 1. When the remainder is 1, then it is not divisible by 3. Now let's take the remainder as 1. When r equals to 1, then here we get n equals to 3q plus r. 3q plus r. R is 1. So remainder is 1. Remainder is 1. It means it is not divisible by 3. Not divisible. Next add 2 on the both sides. We get n plus 2 equals to 3q plus 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. So 3q plus 3. So it is a multiple of 3. Then n plus 2 is divisible by 3. Then after add 4 on the both sides. Then n plus 4 equals to 3q plus 1 plus 4. 1 plus 4 is 5. 3q plus 5. So here remainder 5, not a multiple of 3. That is why it is not divisible by 3. Now substitute remainder as 2. So when the remainder is 2, then we get n equals to 3q plus 2. Remainder is 2, so it is not divisible by 3. Then after add 2 on the both sides, then n plus 2 equals to 3q plus 2 and plus 2. So 2 plus 2 is 4. 3q plus 4. So this 4 can be written as 3q plus 3 plus 1. So from this we can take 3 as common. Then 3 of q plus 1 plus 1. Remainder is 1. So it is not divisible by 3. Then add 4 to the both sides. Then n plus 4 is equals to. Here we get 3q plus 2 plus 4. 2 plus 4 is 6. So 3q plus 6. So from these two we can take 3 as common. Then 3 of q plus 2. Multiple of 3. So it is divisible by 3. So among these 3, when the remainder is 0, n is divisible. And when the remainder is 1, n plus 2 is divisible, and finally when the remainder is 2, n plus 4 is divisible by 3. If you have any doubts in the math concept, you can ask me through the comment section. Hope this video helpful to you. Then hit the like and share it to your friends. If you are new to my channel, then do subscribe.